UNCG Spartans, we have with us head coach Mike Jones, along with student athletes Justin Neely and Valentino Pinetto. If you have a question, just wait until after coach's opening statement. If you do, just give your name, media entity, and we'll get you the mic, and we'll allow you to ask those questions. Coach, the floor is yours.
All right. Hello, everyone, and thanks for being here. Just as usual, I got to give all the glory to God, man, for just allowing me to wake up this morning, get to coach this group. These two student athletes sitting next to me are just, two of the, finest that I've ever coached, and just had an incredible journey with them this year. Really proud of the kind of teammates they are, the kind of competitors that they are, the kind of men that they are. And, that's been a trademark of our program is to get the right kind of people on the bus, and we really hit a home run getting these two guys and many of the other guys on our team into our program. So just really proud of that. And because you have good people like these guys, you see the kind of game that they played. They competed their heads off today, and there's an incredibly good college basketball game against a really good team, a really well-coached team. A lot of the credit goes to Bob and his staff for kind of fighting through all the injuries they had during the year, and now playing their best basketball here toward the end. But I'm also proud of our guys. We had a really difficult November, and but I wasn't sure if the guys were going to stick with it, and they did, led by these two guys. Their experience, their maturity really helped keep that team together, especially with those young guys. And we grew up immeasurably during the year, and couldn't have done it without these guys. So hell of a basketball game, and just proud of our fight and our effort. And unfortunately in life, sometimes you come up short.
Questions in the room? Monty.
Monty Dutton, DHK Sports. Coach Jones, that game, the first half, Furman really had to step it up because y'all were, I thought you were going to run them out of the gym in the first half. They quite obviously, at halftime, they had to retire. The game was aggressive, and they had to get aggressive. Yeah. The elegance came later, but the first part of the second half was a response, and y'all never stopped playing hard.
Yeah. We played them twice in the regular season. The first time was at our place, and the game was pretty much just like that until the last 5 minutes, and then they just blew our doors off. And then the second game was a month ago today, down at their place, and that was probably our best win to that point in the season. And it was the same. And so we knew that we were ready. I asked the guys if they believed they could beat them. They said yes in the locker room. I asked them how. They gave me great answers, and they went out there and they executed, as well as we've executed all year in the first half. If you thought we were going to run them out the gym, then you don't know basketball, and you don't know Furman and Bob Ritchie. I know you do. But we knew that they were going to come back. We knew they were going to make a run. We knew they were going to be tough. And, we just didn't some things didn't go our way to start the second half, and they were able to get a little momentum. But, again, that's what good teams do, and we responded the right way. We battled. We had great poise and made it a game. I think maybe by a minute, 45 seconds is when they could take a sigh of relief and feel like they could win the game. But until then, it was anybody's game, and I'm proud of our guys.
John
Hooper, Mid-Major Madness. Valentino, you had the big play yesterday where the offensive tip in there late in the game. You've made several plays like that during the season. Can you just talk about how you've been on, I guess the NCAA tournament, you've played in bigger stages. Just talk about leading this group this year.
Well, so obviously when Coach Jones recruited me, he saw that I had experience in March and all this that could lead like a young team like we had to a tournament, and just by me playing hard, and I lead by example, not really, that's the way I lead, by example, and that's the way all my teammates kind of felt involved, and I could get them involved, try to make them vocal, so like throughout the season, throughout practice. And I feel like just playing hard in general, that's the way you gotta play. Yeah, that's it.
Front row.
Steve Green with Sports Media. This is actually for Justin and Valentino. There's been a lot of noise outside of the program this year. Obviously, you get Coach's first win here in Nashville yesterday. Today may not have been how you wanted, but do you guys feel like you still made enough of a statement here?
Can you repeat that last part for me,
Do you
please?
guys feel like you made enough of a statement?
I'm proud of what we were able to accomplish. I mean, you know, at the beginning of the season was rough for us. And then we battled through. We made really good runs during conference play. And then, you know, doubted in the playoffs. And, you know, we made it to the semifinals, you know, which isn't, you know, what our goal was, but we competed, you know, and that's what it's all about.
I feel like we played hard, we competed, and we left everything in the court. There's nothing else Coach asked for, so, yeah.
Maybe time for one more.
Mike, I think the interesting thing about this season was, as a general rule, the people who started up drifted down, and the people who started down drifted up. Sanford being a great example.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Western Carolina, Sanford.
That's quite
yeah.
obviously. And that is, I mean, you know, people talk about the Big Ten as the best, but I mean, like, everybody can beat you except VMI probably in this league.
Yeah.
And the level of competition there makes this tournament incredible.
Yeah. You know, the respect that I have for the coaches and the program in this league is awesome. It's immeasurable. You know, we've had great success in this league over the 5 years that I've been here. You know, I didn't know if we could get to 500 this year, you know, with the way things started and with the young guys that we had. But, you know, those guys kept battling. They listened. They came to work every day. And we knew that if we just kept doing the things that we talk about every day, that we were going to get better. We got better as the season went on, which is the mark of a good team. Sanford got better. They have a terrific coach. I mean, that guy's won, 600, almost 700 games. Western Carolina, the respect that I have for Tim Kraft is incredible because he was in the Big South and I was in the Big South, and so there was no surprise. I was pissed when he got the job in the league. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, oh no, here's another one. But that's what this league is. This league is competitive because they have good coaches. They have good programs, and so you know it's going to be like that. But you know, this is one of our best years because with the way we started with all the young, we started 3 freshmen. You know, that's unheard of in college basketball. And because of these 2 guys and Donald Whitehead and Damas and Clinton, you know, those guys helped these young guys grow up. And it wasn't easy. I remember having a conversation with Justin, and he was like, it takes them a while to grow up. But we all had to have patience with that. And these guys did a great job of leading them and getting them in a position where we were one of the better teams by the end of the year. So, you know, that's what it is, man. It's a new day in college basketball. It really sucks, you know, but it is what it is. And we, I thought, did a great job of figuring things out as the year went on, and we were able to be, you know, super competitive down the stretch and give ourselves a chance to play for a championship. You know, we were probably 2 minutes away from being able to play for a championship this year, which is, if he told people that in November, they would have said, Mike Jones, you're getting old and probably got, you know, some dementia going on. So, but no, I mean, I'm proud of the year we had.
Well, Coach, thank you to you and your players. Appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.